Hello stars, welcome or welcome back. My name is Astris Atello. Feel free to call me Aster. We're back for another reading vlog, as I do. That's kind of my specialty right now. This week, though, will be a bit different. I'm not starting a book. I am finishing a book that I started last year. The only reason I haven't finished it is because it is on my e-reader, and I have such a hard time finishing books on e-readers. But there is the next book in the series is coming out this month, so I really want to finish this. I'm also starting this on a Thursday again. I post on Sundays, so I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, but I am 70% through this book. 69 if you want to be specific. So I am feeling pretty good about being able to finish it by Sunday. The book itself being Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. So I loved Fourth Wing, and I love what I've read of this. The thing is, specifically with books like these, where there's like plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, I'm reading it and I'm like, holy shit, this book should have ended like 5 times by now. And it throws me off when I can't see my progress. So I will be reading this, and I'll be getting Onyx Storm, the physical book of it. I'm not getting it on my e-reader again. I haven't actually done so far one of these. I guess the first reading vlog, I finished Twisted Lies at the beginning of it, and then I went on to another book, which I actually can't remember what I read for that first reading vlog, but I haven't fully read a book on my e-reader. This isn't fully reading one either, but you know, there hasn't been a reading vlog dedicated to the e-reader. Either way, grab a book, read along with me. If you don't know how this goes, it's usually 5-minute intervals. It's usually 5-minute intervals split up by like a minute or 2 of me talking. No spoilers, never any spoilers, just opinions and reactions. And then the last bit will be 10 minutes, all right? And then a review. I don't actually put a number to it, but I do give my opinions on it as a whole. All right, yeah, let's get on with it. So I just got to the, what is it? My House, My Chair, My Woman. I think that's what it is. I just got to that scene, just finished that chapter. I am 75% done. And that was like, what, 20 minutes, 40 minutes of reading, so I think I'm good. I think I'm good as in the sense where I think I am gonna be able to finish it, especially since I have tomorrow off as well, which I'm so thankful for. I have an appointment with my mom, so I do have to go out, but I'm just getting back into this. Like, it's been 4 or 5 months since I read this last, and that I didn't even start it 4 or 5 months ago. It was like another at least 3 months before that I had read this. 2-3 months. So I'm still getting into the back of it, and there's just so much information. I'm like making this more difficult for myself than I need to, because I'm reading it in different like spurts. If I read it all at once, I'd be able to retain information, but Rebecca puts so much into these, it's actually insane. So I think I was already warned by my friend who had recommended these books to me, and she was like, there is a lot that you are going to miss your first time reading it. She's like, yeah, you're gonna be confused for a little while. I'm like, all right, wonderful. I've seen a lot of people also rereading Fourth Wing and Iron Flame in preparation for Onyx Storm. Okay, one other thing after this. And like picking up on things that they hadn't gotten before. I'm not gonna do that because I'm just finishing this right before it, but I might read them all again after I finish my to be read. But so since I mentioned this in last week's video, since I gave time between them, I got spoilers. That's what happens when you start reading a book and you put it down for any length amount of time, you're going to get spoilers for it. That happened with this and with Agatar Wings and Ruin. Called it Wings and Fury the other day. That's why I was so confused there. But I got big spoilers for this one. I think it's the very end of this book that I actually got spoiled, and I keep seeing so many like theories, and it's so hard not to like just do a deep dive into it, but I have to keep reminding myself, I have not finished the book. I cannot listen to the theories because they are all gonna be spoilers. Either way, I will buy all hardcovers because I want to actually expand my in-store? I'm not selling. In my... I'm everywhere. Sorry, I have sugar, so I'm a little hyper. I want to expand my actual, like, the books that I read, especially since I got that embosser. If you didn't see last reading vlog, then you don't know what I mean. Actually, I was gonna say, you'll know at the end of this, but no, you won't, because I can't emboss a digital book. Yeah. That was a lot. So yeah, I'm 75% in. I'll see you guys later tonight. I figured I should talk about this a little bit before I really get into reading the end, because soon we're gonna have the ending stretch, and I haven't talked about the last time I recorded in the morning. Either way, right now I am at 90%. There's a lot going on, and obviously I can't actually say any of it, which is wonderful. So I'm gonna be a little bit more loose-lipped than normal because this is such a big series and there are spoilers literally everywhere. So this is just something that should be pretty well known, or like it's not like a big spoiler, but I guess it's a little bit. Either way, Violet's second signet. That's all. That was the spoiler. We don't know what it is yet, but Rebecca has said during like panels that it is said in Iron Flame what it is. I don't have any theories for what it is because I'm not that smart, but there is another moment where she is talking about signets and how they are needed by their user, by the person themselves. So it's like we have so many theories. I mean, I've seen on the internet, people have so many theories as to what her second signet could be, but I don't think anyone ever really considers she needs it. What does she need it for? What can it help her for? Like, I have theories, but I feel like that would spoil it, so I'm not gonna say any of them. I'm expecting to be wrong though, but I'll say it when I read Onyx Storm. But yeah, that's really all, just because the one conversation really stuck out to me as being like, signets are what the writer needs. And she said a few things, like she said directly, she's like, I need this. I need it. I'm just curious to hear more of guesses for what Violet's second signet would be, based off of the fact of, like, based off of facts, not just little sprinkles Rebecca has left behind in the actual book, which I know there absolutely is, but I want to hear facts of like, this is why Violet might need this. This is why this would be her second signet. Because she'd have it all the time. If we know it in here, then she already has it. It just hasn't like unlocked. So it's not something in the next book that could trigger the need for it. She already has the need for it. If that makes sense. Either way, I'm 90% read. What time is it? It is 10:30. is midnight right now, by the way, and I am 93% in. So I do need to actually go to bed because I work at 9 tomorrow. I'm loving it, but I always do. I have realized, because I read Fourth Wing in a week and then immediately started reading Iron Flame, and then after a week, I don't know if it had been a week, I had stopped reading it, waited a few months, started reading it, waited a few months, and then I've started reading it again. So I am not entirely sure what happened in Fourth Wing and what happened in Iron Flame. I honestly, there's so many plot twists in these books. I cannot tell you where one book started and where one book ended. So I have no idea what I'm thinking of this, if it is relevant to what happened at the end of Fourth Wing, like for all of that, or if it is more relevant to what is going to happen at the end of this. Like, I don't know what points to be paying attention to. Like, is this, like, am I just reading into side effects from Fourth Wing, or am I reading into things that are building up for Iron Flame? Does that make sense? Oh my gosh. Earlier today, I don't know if you saw this in, like, when I started the video, but I was, like, scrolling through because it had reset. I was on page 528, and it completely reset me back to the, like, cover page. I'm like, what? It had been, I don't... right, motherfuckers. Sorry, that was a little bit of a harsh hello. Hi. So, evidently, I just finished Iron Flame. I'm happy about it. It's actually the Sunday. It's the 12th. 12th? Either way. My God. So, I had seen spoilers I got very spoiled for the end of that book, so I knew what was gonna happen, but still, reading it, oh, fuck. Rebecca! I honestly, when I think of Rebecca as a writer, she just amazes me. Like, there are so many things that she has considered, and she is so careful with her words. Like, every fan of this series knows just how careful she is with her words and how specific she is. I am so excited for Onyx Storm to come out. I will definitely be getting it in the physical copy of it, and I really wonder if I'm ever going to be able to see it in the stores, because I am sure many people will come buy it, but at the same time I'm sure they'll really stock up because of that. Either way, there's not much I can say about the actual book because it is so much spoilers, but just, yeah, again, kudos to Rebecca, because thinking that far ahead, it amazes me that she does not have the whole series already written, with the amount of things she has already put into Fourth Wing and Iron Flame about spoilers and little hints, little things going in there. Like, that is amazing. And because there's so many plot twists and little things like that, she has to think. She really has to connect everything together, and it's, I mean, that sounds like, I'm not making it sound very hard. That sounds like it should be fairly easy, but the amount and how well she does it is amazing. And that's what, like, her books really just suck you in. I think she said that this was supposed to be a 5-book series, and we're only on book 2. And I swear to God, if Violet and Xaden aren't endgame, I'm gonna die. We've seen a lot, like, at, like, conventions, or, I don't think convention is the right word, but where she's sitting on the stage and people are asking her questions. Someone had asked her, like, do Violet and Xaden have a happy ending? And she's like, oh yeah, the main characters always do have happy endings, and that is Violet. She's like, that's, but you left out Xaden in that. She might totally be leading us down the wrong path and making us, like, curious and not wanting it to be obvious, obviously. But I'm still so scared, because I've seen the point where it started off, like, when they were crossing the parapet, there was that one guy who had said, like, this doesn't count as a spoiler because it's very early in Fourth Wing, but it was, I forget his name, but he was like, once I become a writer, I'm gonna propose to my girlfriend, and then he gets thrown off the parapet and he dies. Like, it immediately started as a romantic tragedy. So it's enemies to lovers, but I'm getting really scared that they're not gonna have a happy ending. We're only in book 2. Also, I saw, I forget what it was, but it was some French one. Some French book magazine, I think it was able to release a blurb from, or like the back of the book blurb from Onyx Storm. So, and somebody translated it for us. And so I read that, and I am very excited. I can't believe it. So I have, obviously, if you've seen last week's video, you have seen how many books I have to read for 2023. I went back a year. I just cracked my jaw. Ow. For 2024, 2025. Oh my God. You've seen how many books I have to read for that. And I think by the time that this comes out, Onyx Storm will already be out. And I got an Indigo card. Indigo is the bookstore here. I will most absolutely probably be using that for Onyx Storm. If I can find it, of course. But oh my God. I really want to see how Rebecca's brain works. I can't get over how she writes. Like, how she does that. All the plot twists, all the little things you need to pick up on. Like, oh my God. Alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys got to read some of your own books during this. I've already said this, I think, last week, but I will be expanding some of my more content I plan to start doing some shorts. I want to. We'll see how that goes. But for now, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you guys next week with the next book that I have not decided what it's going to be yet. All right? All right. Have a nice day. Bye, stars.